now playing on Netflix. If the flood doesn't kill you, what lies beneath will. When a Category 5 hurricane decimates a coastal South Carolina town, the storm surge brings devastation, chaos, and something far more frightening. Hungry Sharks. Thrash is now playing only on Netflix. Thrash is rated R.
There's no one like you, and there never will be.
From the producer of Bohemian Rhapsody, there are many legends, but there is only one. Michael, rated PG-13, in theaters April 24.
It's Deprogrammed, the podcast where we try to get you into a band. That's right, we've done all the work for you. All you have to do is press play and listen. My name is Justin, and you can call me Band Curious because I am indeed curious about bands. Usually what we would do here on Deprogrammed is talk about a band, and then the panel would get together and come up with a top 10 starter kit list for you to get into said band. We aren't doing that today. That's our Thursday episodes. Today is Monday, which means it is, hey, what's coming up on Deprogrammed? You may have noted that this is coming out later than it normally would for the second week in a row. This time it's travel related. As you can tell, I'm feeling a little bit better, which is great. More on that from travel and whatnot starting on tomorrow's episode, but let's get into what's going on this week. Our main episode, our Thursday episode, is Avril Lavigne this week. As somebody put it in the Discord, it's 40-year-old dudes like jamming out to Girlfriend. So, yeah, it's a fun episode, and it's for people talking about Avril Lavigne that you probably don't expect to be talking about Avril Lavigne. So that comes out this week. Last week, we were unable to get our X episode recorded, so hopefully looking at getting that into the can this week. Going to talk to the boys probably shortly after this hits the airwaves. Looking to get that one in. Not sure if we're going to get anything else in. I was able to finish my Chavez episode, or my Chavez list last week. I'm going to be finishing up on my Thin Lizzy episode, like my last couple cuts for that. I feel like Narrowhead. I finished Narrowhead last week. I don't know if I finished that before Monday or not. I finished Narrowhead, so Narrowhead is on the block for getting recorded soonish. I started on my Algernon Cadwallader, I think that's how you say it, episode. So I'm going to finish that first pass this week for sure. I'm going to get to work on my Psychedelic Furs first pass this week as well. And as I mentioned, cutting my last couple cuts from Thin Lizzy, that will be happening. So today, that's my homework for the week. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing another letter to Peter. I wanted to point out that I did hear from Aaron and I heard from Lou that they appreciated these and they're helpful to me, and I'm hoping they're helpful to Peter's friends as well. I don't know how often I'm going to do them, but as they come up, I'm going to record them. And this one for tomorrow has to happen because of the trip. So it has to happen. So I got to tell Peter what's been up. So that's tomorrow. Wednesday, we'll get an earworm in. I'm not sure what the earworm is yet. Joe has sent me a couple songs, and Anderson sent me a song. I've listened to them, but I haven't been able to kind of like absorb them enough to talk about them. So I imagine it might be something from the trip or something that will go out into the ether on Wednesday for Earworm Wednesday. Thursday, as I mentioned, is our Avril Lavigne episode, so tune in for that. Friday, would love to do another Q&A. So this is officially me soliciting questions. So if you have questions for the Q&A, would love to hear from you. Get those in by, I would guess, Thursday morning. I guess depending on how many questions have come in, Wednesday would be preferred, because I usually like to record my Q&A on Wednesday. We'll see how it goes. Depends on how many questions we got. But also, this is a solicitation for, John's going to be a tough act to follow. His concert, top 5 concerts, was pretty great a couple weeks ago. But if you would like to do that as well, I'd love to have you on to talk about that. A couple things also going on in the works. A Gorillaz episode, because it's not a full-on episode. It's more of a follow-up episode, because they've come out with 4 records since we did our Gorillaz episode. And we'll be doing the same with Blur. There may be a Refreshments one-off episode coming up. That's probably going to get pushed back till like May, because waiting for these won't be full-on episodes, because they kind of fit in this category. Refreshments had 2 records. We might just do the one, but we're still like working on what that is. So, and then I've got to dig in and find some stuff that have happened on the After the Facts and put those up as well. This is another question before we wrap this up. Would very much like to know if there's an artist that we've covered that I should try to chase down to bounce our list off of. If that would be, because we just released About That Pod, Megaran, About That Pod, Discount. I've got one more that I got to dig out for.
I wrote a little song to remind you. Choice Hotels get you more of the experiences you value. The Cambria Hotel's got it all. A rooftop bar, have a ball. Bring a date, your squad, or even your mom. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Oh, the Hold Steady? No, not the Hold Steady. The High Strung. I got to dig that one out. And if that's something that you guys have been enjoying, I'll dig out the High Strung one, put that one up. I mean, it's going to go up anyway, but I can prioritize it if that's a conversation you guys have been enjoying. And if it's something I should pursue further, like trying to find more people to bounce our lists off of. So let me know about that. And in the meantime, if you're new here, hope you enjoyed this little here's what's coming up. Hit subscribe so you can hear all the rest of these conversations that are coming up. And we'd love to have you on board. Patreon.com/ohio Justin would also be a great place to support the show if you already are on board with the show. Would like to help us a little bit monetarily. Would love to have you on board for that. Anyway, all that means is we will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.